So, it is time for winners finals of our February tournament. Swag and Yasha fighting the Puffin Man. Cragwood already. Knife made Vice. Alright then. Oh, I remembered this deck. Okay, so we saw this deck yesterday. And I thought it was way more aggressive than it turned out to be. Turns out it's even slower than I thought. Look at this. Planar Skews, Hex Painters, Rebels and Cruelties, Veteran Executor. This is not the signs of like a hyper fast-paced aggro deck. These are the signs of just like a, you know, we're chilling. We're fine. No rush. No rush. Oh, I need to make sure that we have a prediction going on. All right, 1 second. Who wins this time? It's going to be a Bebu again, but this time Architect. Now we just saw Swag and Yasha actually winning against Iron Wave, which is pretty cool. That's pretty damn cool. And wait, does this update in real time? Oh, it does update in real time. Look at it. You can see like how many points are being spent. So currently people are saying Bebu is winning. Oh no, Architect. Look at that. People are believing in a Architect. Let's go. Look at that. Alright then. Anyway. So, looking at this situation here. Looking at this game. I think you can see that there is actually definitely a bit of a slower approach on this Bebu side. Which is really important. That changes things drastically. Not Bebu side, this Architect side. Because Architect as a character actually gets shut down pretty hard, I think, by this style of Bebu as well. Right? This style of Bebu was definitely a counter pick to the metagame. Right? Where the metagame was going to be aggressive with lots of companions. And so this Bebu list was created to try and fight off all of these companions. Turns out poor old Maggie, poor old Architect, getting caught in the crossfire for that. Because turns off if you're fighting off a lot of companions, then you can also fight off a lot of little bots. So that's a bit unfortunate like that. However, here's the good news. This deck probably is actually going to be kind of okay anyway. Because it seems to be more controlling, it seems to be a bit slower, and also Cragwarden I think is a big one. I always think it is super important that if you play a Cragwarden list, you play it with Tireless Automaton. Because not only is Tireless Automaton great, because it actually lets you discard the Cragwarden, but it's also great because you can then create the ultimate big bot that is a Cragwarden and, well, actually ideally 2 Cragwardens and a Tireless Automaton stable together. So you play it, you destroy 2 things, attack, discard 18 cards, and then it dies, and then you just bring it back. You can bring it back every single turn. So that is kind of the ideal. I don't know if we're gonna see something like this here, I don't know the exact list, but something always, that's always important to remember is that Architect actually can't inherently play Cragwarden. Right? It's just not something that Architect can actually just play. Because she just does not have the right mana pool for it. So that complicates things just a tad little bit. Also, Architect right now doesn't actually have the mana to play Rebels and Cruelty. Which is a bit unfortunate. Alright, let's have a quick look at our prediction here. How are we feeling about this? Submissions have been closed. Let me pull this up. So, we have 56% think Bebu wins and 44% think Architect wins. So, the bets overall, I think, fairly low and nothing too crazy. But hey, still works pretty well. Winners Finals. The winner of this goes into Grand Finals, which is nice. Alright, that's good. Simple. Good Grand Finals. You know, you're happy to have made it there. You don't have to stress about things anymore. The loser of this gets another chance at making it into Grand Finals, gonna have to play in Losers Finals. It's actually, I just realized that a Architect made it all the way to Winners Finals. That is actually really, really exciting. How many Architects did we even have in the tournament? Wasn't it like 2? I don't think there were that many. Wait, I gotta, let me pull up my, oh, I can't, I don't know where it went. Where that spreadsheet we had went. Oh my god, that is brutal though. Yeah, this sucks. This hurts. I don't even know what you do against that. Look at that. I mean, the upside right now is probably just that you actually have a Rebels and Cruelty that you can play on one of those enchantments, but 2 it that defiles already. This is where these bots are just frankly not going to be very good. Right? Because when they come down, they will die immediately. If a bot has -3/-3, then it turns out that's a dead bot. Alright, there we go. And I don't even know if that's a good play, honestly. Like, here's the problem. Now, the It That Defiles can just attack that little bot and occupy one more page with the debuff. Now, what's important here? 2 Architects in the tournament. 2 of them, and 1 of them is in Winners Finals. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick, right? So anyway. So the It That Defiles, when it attacks into that bait bot, will leave a marking on that page as well. So that means 5 pages are already fully marked. And I don't really know how you're going to deal with that. Especially since the It That Defiles could then potentially use its ability to get rid of the 5/6 on top of it. To me, it appears that what might need to be done in this game is it needs to be centered entirely around the Crackborn strategy of like milling out this Bebu, which is always a viable strategy. Important to remember, that is something that can be done and it is powerful and it needs to be respected. Although the problem is that for that to happen, you first need the Crag Warden to actually go into the ashes, and you need to be in Act 3, and you need to not be dead. All 3 of those can be a bit difficult. That's for sure. There's very unlikely to be any sort of cheating out of the Crag Wardens, because, well, there's, honestly speaking, just not the right mana curve for it, right? While there is 4 blue, there's only 3 red, limiting the potential to get out this Crag Warden in some sort of other capacity. Alright, there's a rummage. What is this rummage for? What would you be rummaging for? I mean, rummage is again a slower card. Alright, a bait bot. I mean, what do you even do with it? You don't want to place it in that spot over there. It'll just get... It's just creating more bait for... Yeah. Yeah, that's actually... Man. That's a bit rough. Alright, here's the rummage. And the prey. Bouncing that back. To be honest, I actually don't mind that. At this point, does it really make a difference whether or not that thing is gonna be played again? Because your entire board is marked anyway. No Son of Driven. If you play the Son of Driven here, I think... I mean, like, where do you play it? You can only play it on the very left. And you could attack into the It That Defiles and destroy it that way. But if you do that, you're just marking your own last remaining page here. I mean, that enchantment page is also still open. But then... I mean, you don't really want to... No, you don't really want to do this. There's a rummage. I mean, you could just use the Echo Mage's ability first. Yeah, there we go. And Bebu trying to preserve the mana for the Valafar incident next turn. I mean, that's not a surprise at all. So where we make soldiers, that's the kind of thing that can actually help you quite a lot here, because marks are permanent. Important to remember. They do not go away. But, and also important to remember, wait. Oh my god, if Svag and Yasha use this to already find the Valafar incident, then this monomaniac can discard it. But then you could use this ability to play it from the ashes. Okay, you might still be okay. You might still be okay even if that happens. You can Son of Driven the Bolt bot. Oh my god. Wait, there is actually a real opportunity here. You Son of Driven that. You play Monomaniac now. You play the Monomaniac. And then you hope, like, you just let it die. Oh, you can trade here. Yes, you trade that. You play the Monomaniac. You just pray. You pray that Svag and Yasha already found the Valafar incident. It is! It is there! It's in the ashes! And that's, wait, how many Echo Mages? 1? There was another one. 2? There's only 1 Echo Mage left! Oh my god, okay. Now, Rummage was active, so there's a chance that Swag and Yasha just found the Rummage, and that would do it too. But that was actually really... That was a near perfect turn, I think. I mean, you really couldn't have asked for something better. That was a really, really cool turn. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. What is this? And it's coming anyway. Oh, now I'm just upset. Oh, come on. How many cards? It's 20 cards in the deck. And you had the one guy you needed. Okay. So, we're not in Act 3 yet. That's kind of unfortunate, right? I think ideally with this Magna Architect here, you need to be in Act 3. Hugely, super, hyper important though. Cragwarden in the ashes. So is many Bolt bots. 2 of them, right? There's 2 Bolt bots. So, we have an opportunity next turn for a big bot with Cragwarden and Knife Made Vice, destroying whatever comes down and milling the rest of the deck. And then it doesn't matter what Bebu does. Don't play another card now. Don't play another card now. Do not give her Act 3 right now. No! No! Don't do that! Ah! Okay, now you need to buff up your guy to at least have 9. So, if you pass the turn with that counter at 2... Wait, is this lethal? No. Okay, you break that barrier now, and then you... Wait, you win. No, you don't win. No, it's not lethal. Okay, that was kind of close, actually. 6 HP. More like a big bot actually does it now. I wonder if there was a lethal there. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like there could have been, potentially. With knife, yeah, but the barrier was in the way. Which was kind of the tricky part. No, that was lethal. That was... Wait. Wait, no, I think it was off by 1 damage. I think it was off by 1 damage. Because he could have used... Okay, so what you do is you attack with the Bolt Bot phase. You summon another thing. It goes onto the It at the fast mark. It dies. It pings for 1 more damage that breaks the barrier. And then you can still only get this guy to 7 attack, right? I don't know if the mana drone was used. No, the mana drone was used, yeah. So you can still only get this guy to 7 attack with Knife Main Vice, so you can get the opponent to 1. Right? You could have gotten Babu to 1 health. Which I don't know if I think that's a better play or a worse play than waiting a turn, playing it safer, and going for the big Cragborn. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let's go! Let's go, Architect. It's actually anti-aggro golems. Even this deck teched against aggro, it seems. Oh, that's right. We got our choose a prediction outcome. Choose outcome. Architect wins. Complete prediction. Alright then. Game number 2, my friends. Game number 2. Who wins? Babu or Architect? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to think about it right now. But god damn, that was... Is there no way I can... Ah, no, this is how I can pop it out. Ah, okay, very good. Alright, here you go. You can see your predict... Oh my god, alright. People seem to be favoring Architect this time around. There's even the files in this deck. So I think what do you do here? You definitely want the Monomaniacs, right? Like, is there only 2? There's only 2 in here. There is no... Yeah. Okay, so something that's lacking in this deck, in my humble opinion, is I think you always have to play at least 1 copy of the Tireless Automaton. If you are playing a Cragwarden combo list, put in 1 Tireless Automaton. It will make your life so much easier. You don't even have to play it on curve. It doesn't matter if you play it on curve. It really is not that important. Now, this has actually stabilized quite a lot. Wow. Alright, keep in mind, this is post-sideboarding now. I do have to admit, though, I think that the sideboard from the Architect didn't really offer me anything where I was like, hell yeah, that's gonna be, you know, that'll do it. Well then. Only a few seconds left on this prediction, my friend. Only a few seconds left. Wait, how do I put this? I'll just leave it there, whatever. Wait, what was that? Bag of Crowns into Rummage on turn 1? That is strange. Hey, I Kosuki, thank you so much for the 26 months, and Funky Serious, thanks for the 49 months. That's crazy. Disaster spells blocking predict screen. I'll just put it here, it's fine. Alright, so we got 41% for Babu and 59% for Architect. Well done, let's see how that works out for us. One of the most important pieces already down, which is that Bolt Bot. It's actually something that you gotta keep in mind whenever you're playing this kind of deck. You know, whenever you're playing, I think, Architect, you need 1 bolter. You need 1 bolt bot, because you need to make sure that your big bot has bolt. So when the bolt bots come down, there's just a certain sense of relief. Like, there's just the sense of like, oh, thank God I actually found the bad boys. Can I say for 1 second? Sorry. Just for 1 second. I really like Architect. I'm really proud of Architect. I think I did a good job with her. I mean, like, yeah, the balancing was a bit finicky, but I think she's a really cool hero. Will Solar Witness still work if the gap between it and enchantment is filled with another permanent? Yes, but it can't be an enchantment. So you can put a landmark there or companion, but no enchantment. Alright then, looking at this board immediately, I think you just play... Wouldn't you play where we make soldiers there? I guess we're rummaging? Okay, I'm a little surprised by that. I feel like, personally, that would have been a where we make soldiers moment for me. I am also surprised again by this turn 1 play. This turn 1 play really... Bag of Crowns into Rummage? I mean... What are you looking for? What is so important? trying to get the Valafar incident out as quickly as possible. But I mean, like, you can't play it for another, like, 3 turns, 2 turns. Where we make soldiers gets defied easily. Yeah, but you can use it right now to apply some pressure. I'm not saying it's necessarily the best play, but there's also not gonna be an It That Defiles right now because there's just not actually enough mana and there's no Bag of Crowns available because that was played on turn 1 for some reason, and honestly I'm not sure why. So maybe we'll save the Where We Make Soldiers. Okay. Is the plan here to just, like, try and play the Valafar incident immediately? Is that the strategy? I am honestly a little unsure. So Veteran Executor is available here. Yeah, the rummaging right now is... It's kind of the big thing. Kind of the big guiding light, you know? Both players are looking for specific... There it is! There's the Monomaniac. You can play it right now. I don't know if you want to, because you're losing a lot of stuff, right? You're losing, like, 2 Rebels in Cruelty, 2 Knife-Made Vice, a Veteran Executor. I don't know if you wanna use Monomaniac here. But if you think that Svagen Yasha has the big scary things... I mean, there's been quite a few uncovers already. Alright, no, we're not gonna go for that just yet. We'll play the Headless Man. And just trade a little bit here. I honestly... Oh, we're not gonna break the... Smart! Not going into Act 2. Look at that. Now there's no It That Defiles. There's just not the mana for it. There's just not enough mana for it. This is Svagen Yasha's downfall already. I really find that Bag of Crowns usage early on to be strange. Right? Is that just me? But it just feels... It just feels like it hasn't really resulted in anything useful. Alright then, there's another rummage. Okay. This is one of the privileges of Magna Architect. Right? Magna Architect... Well, now you've just given the Magna Architect extra mana. Okay. I mean, like... Okay. So, like... this is so unfortunate, though. All 3 Knife-Made Vice. All 3 of them! Hey, probably gonna lose that, honestly. So there is a rummage active, which is important to remember because, you know, if you go for Monomaniac right now, it might actually not work out so well for you. Okay, there's one of the Knife-Made Vice. I expect we're gonna see the Monomaniac. Valafar Incident. Alright, there it goes. So that's important. Valafar Incident is out, and It That Defiles is gone too. As we saw earlier, there are still ways to play it. That's actually where the Echo Mages are a really useful tool. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there's something that could be a real problem for Svagen Yasha here. This is one of the nastiest combos in the game. Absolutely devastating. On the Moments Between and Monomaniac. You play the Moments Between. Your opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. You play Monomaniac. They discard their hand. They draw 4. Except they don't. They can only draw 1. Yeah. And then they don't have a good time. Although problem right now, in this particular moment, is that you don't have a bot out. You need a golem for it. And there isn't enough mana available to actually do, like, play a bot and do all 3 of those cards. So, how do you deal with this now? You don't really want to give up. You really don't want to give up 1 more page to the It That Defiles, but I think you actually are going to have to. Yeah, you play that there and then you trade it into the 7/6. It is kind of stinky, but I just don't know what other choices you really have. right? Like, what other options are there? It might be a good idea to just play the Moments Between to prevent an ultimate from the Bebu as well. Oh, that is rough. That is rough. All right, then. There's another It That Defiles. Oh, no. But at this point, does that matter? It's unfortunate that so many pages are marked. That definitely stinks a bit. But, like, honestly speaking, you can still do everything you need to this turn. Because, like, we are on Act 3. So this turn, you just make a big bot and you attack, right? You don't even have to do anything fancy with Moments Between or Monomaniac or anything like that. Just big bot and hit. Unless there's something that can block that. But that's not it. I think the game is over, my friends. Damn! Architect! Let's go! Let's go. That's a 2-0. That was short. That really wasn't even that close. Alright then. Let's choose our outcome. Architect takes it. Complete prediction. And it seems that Miss Kaze win streak continues. If you have pressure, Wildfire falls over. Yeah, like that's kind of the thing. Like it's this tournament, this entire tournament has been kind of on this really interesting multi-Yomi level. Where people expect a Tani. So they build decks to counter Tani. But now those decks are facing other decks that aren't Tani. And turns out, well, they're not so good against that. And now they're dying to them. So that's, yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes, though. All right, then. That concludes our winners finals, and we will be coming back with the next match as soon as possible.